coming up on OU Nightly.
I want to expose this thug to who he is. And
If you're not pointing at me, that's disrespectful.
All right. I don't care about respecting you at all.
I don't respect you at all.
So
All right, hold on.
A war of words in Washington, D.C., and an Oklahoma lawmaker is right in the middle of it.
Plus, it's sunny right now, but that could be changing heading into this weekend. I'll have the details coming up.
Plus, the proposed entertainment district for Norman is on the agenda for tonight's City Council meeting. A live report. This is OU Nightly.
Run your mouth. We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big guy.
Oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
A war of words in Washington with a senator from Oklahoma in the middle of it. Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Melina Samir.
And I'm Kaylee Jo Hommel. We will get right to that story about the outburst from Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin in a moment.
But we begin with breaking news from the Oklahoma Supreme Court. Tonight, we know the state's highest court is reiterating its position that Oklahoma Constitution guarantees a woman's right to an abortion when it is necessary to save her life. Here's what we know so far. The 3 laws addressed by the court include requiring a doctor who performs an abortion to be a licensed OBGYN and requiring doctors to administer abortion drugs to have privileges at a nearby hospital, along with a required ultrasound on a woman 72 hours before she is given an abortion medicine. The Oklahoma Supreme Court upheld a lower court's opinion that bans those 3 laws. As long as there is a ban on these laws, women need the procedure to save their life can get it. In all other situations, abortion remains illegal in Oklahoma. Back on Capitol Hill, U.S. Senator Markwayne Mullin from Tulsa praises his voice and challenges Teamsters president in the fight in the middle of a Senate hearing. OU Nightly's Noah Mack joins us with the latest on this developing story. Noah?
Yeah, that's right, Melina. A shocking scene in the U.S. Senate today. We are talking all-out fighting words from an Oklahoma senator. This incident is the culmination of back-and-forth tensions going on all the way back to March between Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin and Teamsters President Sean O'Brien. It all started with another Senate hearing back in March where O'Brien called Mullin a greedy CEO. And a few acrimonious tweets later, O'Brien seemed to challenge the U.S. Senator to fight, saying, "You know where to find me, anytime, any place, cowboy." Mullin, a former MMA fighter, accepted O'Brien's challenge. Fast forward to today's Senate hearing, Mullin referred back to the tweet and reignited those bitter sentiments after Mullin stood up. Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont chimed in to try and bring order back to the proceeding.
This is a hearing to discuss economic issues. All right? If you have questions for Mr. O'Brien or anybody else on what he has said, go for it. But we're not here to talk about fights or anything else.
I'm quoting.
After the altercation, Mullin posted the clip to X, adding, "In Oklahoma, if you run your mouth, you get called out." Melina, Kaylee.
Thanks, Noah. Back in Norman tonight, city leaders plan to discuss the future of Norman's potential entertainment district. But before that can happen, they have to figure out how to fund the project. OU Nightly's Morgan Martin joins us live ahead of the meeting.
That meeting will take place here at City Hall, and leaders amended tonight's agenda to include the discussion of the proposed $1 billion entertainment district.
I see tonight as kind of kicking off the public process and getting all information out in the open that exists about this.
Ward 7 Stephen Tyler Holman says tonight's meeting is the council's first step to wrap its head around this potential $1 billion plan.
They would review whatever plans are out there for this, review all the financial data and information that's out there, and then make a recommendation to the city council at a later date on whether whatever plan it is actually viable.
This September, Team Norman and city leaders announced their plans to build a multi-purpose venue and entertainment district. But Holman says there's still a lot of unknowns.
What is the actual plan? Like, we have seen conceptual drawings and pictures and ideas, but there's been no actual plan put in front of us that has said, this is it, this is what you're voting on.
If the resolution tonight is adopted, a newly formed committee will review the details of the plan and its impact on Norman. That proposed development will be just north of University Town Center on 24th Avenue Northwest, and that meeting will begin here in just 30 minutes. Live at City Hall, Morgan Martin, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Morgan. A warm day here on campus with leaves falling and the sun out.
OU Nightly meteorologist Hunter Brittingham joins us now. Hunter, is that all going to be changing soon?
It will be changing pretty soon, but we get at least a few days of this beautiful above average temperatures out there as well. Currently, we're sitting at 68 in Norman and Oklahoma City. The entire Sooner State is seeing anywhere from the mid to upper 60s and lower 70s out there. We've also got those southerly winds out there. Right now, Norman coming out of the south at 9 miles per hour, so it is fueling a warm day out there and really just a picture perfect day out there. We've got OU Nightly meteorologist Lauren Brand out in the field in the South Oval. Lauren, I hear you've got a furry friend out there. Tell us all about it.
That's right, Hunter. I have my furry friend here because it is a perfect day to really take your dog outside and take a walk on the South Oval. I actually have Miss Luna here with me. And Luna, come here. Hey, you want a treat? Luna, how you feeling about this weather? I think that she gives the weather here a 2 big paws up for the day. Back to you, Hunter.
Thank you, Lauren. Coming up later on in the show, I'm going to talk about the above average temperatures that are going to be sticking around as long as the dry week in our pattern, and we also have a cool down on the way.
Thanks, Hunter. And President Biden unveiled an update on climate change in the United States. And in Oklahoma, OU Nightly reporter Brig Bates has more. Brig?
And President Joe Biden released the 5th climate assessment earlier today, and he says that the reports are showing that global temperatures are rising faster in the past 50 years than they have in the past 2,000 years. Climate assessment specialist Darian Bertrand wrote the chapter regarding the state of Oklahoma, and she says that these warmer temperatures will continue to affect Oklahoma agriculture.
We're also expected, since we'll have a warmer environment, that allows the soils to dry out faster, which can lead to drought conditions. So we're also expecting to see more drought in the future, which Oklahoma is, drought's always been a natural part of our landscape, and we're expecting more of that in the future as well. So you can focus on a lot of doom and gloom, but it's important to, kind of identify what we can do about it.
And Bertrand says with rising temperatures, water and electricity conservation are becoming vital to states' plans of slowing down climate change. But she says it's not just at the national level. Households and communities can do their part in slowing down climate change over time. If you want to find out more, there's more on the website regarding the climate assessment. Reporting live from the National Weather Center, Brig Bates, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Brig. The Oklahoma Attorney General says more than 36 tons of illegal marijuana was seized in Wagner and Lincoln County. The AG is calling this seizure one of the largest in the state's history. Attorney General's Organized Crime Task Force was responsible for the seize. This task force was established earlier this year to help combat the state's illegal marijuana operations.
Now moving to the latest in the Middle East, Gaza's Shifa hospital in focus with accusations of a hidden Hamas complex underneath the facility. Victoria Anderson has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
The White House and Pentagon backing Israeli defense claims today that Al-Shifa, as well as other Gaza hospitals, are hosting Hamas weapons and support operations. Both Hamas and hospital staff have denied these claims. Biden is now calling for protection of all Palestinian hospitals as Palestinian officials report gunfire from Israeli forces are stopping hospital evacuation attempts. Al-Shifa's hospital director telling NBC News they have begun to dig mass graves.
Today, all of you are here showing we will not hide in the face of adversity in America and in Israel.
A call of strength today for Israeli supporters as thousands gathered at the nation's capital under heavy security. Supporters denounced Hamas and the recent spread of anti-Semitism. The march comes just 2 weeks after a pro-Palestinian march at the Capitol. And a potential government shutdown could be on hold as the House votes on a new funding bill from House Speaker Mike Johnson. Johnson's two-step plan could extend funding until January for military forces and energy resources, but the bill does not feature an aid package for either Israel or Ukraine. House Democrats showing openness with the plan, while some House Republicans remain on the fence. And in England, police say they have arrested a man following the death of American ice hockey player Adam Johnson, whose neck was cut by a skate during a game. Kaylee Jo, Melina.
Thanks, Victoria. Coming up on OU Nightly, how you can keep yourself and family members safe in the kitchen this holiday season.
OU Nightly's Becca Yanes joins us live with tips in today's Health Beat.
And the decision to adopt the pet of the week could be as clear as black and white.
We'll have more on this furry friend who's definitely not half as lovable up next. Thanksgiving is next week, and a lot of people will spend time in the kitchen. Attention can be stretched thin, but OU Nightly's Becca Yanes joins us in today's Health Beat with what chefs need to keep in mind to stay safe this holiday.
That's right. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says that there's an average of 1,600 fires that take place on Thanksgiving Day. The CPSC says to stay close while food is on the stove or in the oven, and place a turkey fryer far away from the house, never on the porch or in the garage. And if you have a stuffy nose this holiday season, a new report from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration says that many nasal congestion pills do not work. The committee cites an ingredient in the pills, phenylephrine, as ineffective. But Dr. Sandra Hong with Cleveland Clinic says that there are other ways to unclog a nose.
Things like saline rinses can be very helpful. You may have heard of neti pots, and that's where you actually use either boiled water that's been cooled or distilled water. And it typically has salt and baking soda in it to flush out the sinuses and the nasal passages.
Hong says that over-the-counter topical decongestants can also help temporarily. And according to a study published in the European Heart Journal, swap sitting instead of taking a nap. It's proven to lower overall body mass by 1 pound and help you lose weight. Kaylee Jo, Melina.
Thanks, Becca. This week's pet of the week is one-year-old pup named Half Pace. He was originally called Half Face due to his facial patterning. Half Pace is up to date on all his heartworm medications and his vaccinations. Plus, he's microchipped. The shelter manager at Second Chance Animal Shelter, Eve Craig, says Half Pace will work well in any home. If you or someone is interested in Half Pace or any other pets from Second Chance Animal Shelter, please visit their website at secondchancenorman.com. You can also call the sanctuary at Norman at the number out on your screen. It's never too late to help a pet in need. Coming up on OU Nightly, a local nonprofit helping Oklahoma teens in need.
Their Thanksgiving celebrations next.
And it's warm and sunny out there right now, but this weekend we could see cooler temperatures and some precipitation. I'll have the details after the break. Well, welcome back to OU Nightly, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. A beautiful day across the South Oval on the University of Oklahoma campus. Not a cloud to be seen in the sky, and those temperatures are holding in those upper 60s this afternoon. 68 degrees right now. Feeling a little bit more like 66 with that south-southeasterly wind at 9 miles per hour. But all across the Sooner State, we are still seeing a lot of those upper 60s and lower 70s out there, including Enid and Guyman getting in on those 70-degree temperatures this afternoon. Regionally, we're looking at everyone really seeing those 60s and even a few 50s on the board, 58 down in Lubbock and 57 over in Albuquerque. But all in all, across the Sooner State and the middle part of the country, we are staying warm and we are staying dry. But we do have a few fronts on the way, and as it does come to that, we will start to see a little bit more of cloud cover working its way in from the southeasterly portion of the state, but that won't really be impacting Norman until we see a cold front work its way through by about Thursday into Friday morning. So with that, we could be seeing a few sprinkles, but that's quickly going to be dominated by a high pressure system over the Sooner State. But we'll pan in on this a little bit more closer to home. Right now, we've not really got any cloud cover out there, but those clouds will continue to build as we head into the next several hours. For your Wednesday, we'll definitely see a lot more in the way of cloud cover than sunshine that we saw today and yesterday, but we will be remaining precipitation free a little bit longer, maybe a few sprinkles on our doorstep by Thursday, overnight and into early Friday morning, especially impacting portions of northeastern Oklahoma around the Tulsa area. But more rainfall is going to be approaching the area as we head towards the latter half of the weekend. As you can tell by the first part of Saturday morning, we do have some of those clouds creeping up from the southwestern portion of the state, and that will continue to inundate our area, waking up to some scattered showers and even possibly a few rumbles of thunder or two into Sunday morning, and that is going to be lingering with us throughout the remainder of Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and into the early parts of Monday morning. But for tonight, we are going to be dipping down those lows into the mid to upper 40s for many parts of the Sooner State. The Panhandle getting in on those sub-freezing temperatures for tonight, and then heading into the day tomorrow, another day of warm above average temperatures. Our average high in the Oklahoma City area is 61 degrees, so we are going to be pretty much 10 degrees above average heading into the day on Wednesday. But the remainder of your 7-day is looking pretty beautiful out there. So 70 for Wednesday, 69 on Thursday, cooling off those temperatures Friday and into Saturday. Those rain chances will start to pick up beginning on Sunday and into Monday of next week, associated with some cooler temperatures, some more fall-like temperatures out there. So definitely not going to be able to hold on to this warm temperatures that much longer.
So so we're probably going to bring out our jackets later in the week.
Probably so.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Hunter. As the holiday season is approaching, one Norman nonprofit is making sure teens in need are equipped with the essentials. Pantry Partners reached their goal of providing over 85 teens with food to create a Thanksgiving meal. They received 3 boxes of food, 3 pounds of potatoes, and $25 gift card for a turkey.
For Thanksgiving, we provide enough food, hopefully enough supplemental food that will help the family as well. So it's the only program we do where we help the family. Everything you see in our location has been provided by someone in this community.
The deadline to sign up to be a sponsor or donate to their Christmas gift program is December 2nd. You can get involved on their website listed below.
OU men's basketball continues their home slate and looks to stay undefeated.
And the back-to-back-to-back national champs, find out who they're competing against this upcoming season. OU Nightly's Darby McCormick has more in sports. Before heading to Provo this week, Sooner stars are already shining bright off the field and looking to add more hardware to their trophy case along the way. I'll tell you who won what next in sports. Hello, I'm Darby McCormick, and it's time for sports. As OU prepares to switch conferences, OU football may land in a sticky situation to end their season. The Big 12 Conference has a possibility of a tie between multiple teams, the Sooners being one of them. According to Sellout Crowd, the Big 12 will clarify the rules to conference athletic directors tomorrow. However, according to Sooner Scoop, OU is still unaware. Dylan Gabriel was named the Co-Davey O'Brien National Quarterback of the Week. He leads the Big 12 and is top 10 nationally in points responsible for per game. Despite this honor, Gabriel has his sights set on finishing strong with Team 129.
I think it means a lot, and it's not why you play, but it just comes with it. So I'm grateful for it, and just with all the guys and the team accolades coming together, I think it's cool to see.
OU football senior Drake Stoops could gain some hardware as well, as he's been named one of 3 finalists for the Burlsworth Trophy. From walk-on to superstar wide receiver, 6 years of Stoops has been a milestone for this OU football program.
He's a strong young man, and that's made a decision to be excellent at what he does and value all the opportunities that he's had. And then his toughness and grit that he represents, man, that's what you want your whole program. What program doesn't want to represent that? And Drake will be the first one to tell you that this place has been amazing to him, but I look at it the other way. Oklahoma was lucky to have a guy like Drake Stoops be a part of this program.
OU men's basketball faces a non-conference contest against Texas State in the Lloyd Noble Center tonight at 7. Oklahoma ranks in the top 50 nationally in 8 NCAA categories and are 2-0 so far this season. The reigning 3-time Natty champs OU softball have announced their program's 2024 schedule. OU slate features 22 games at Loves Field, the new home sweet home for Sooner softball. And Melina, Kaylee, Joe, back to you.
Thanks, Darby. Coming up on OU Nightly, a Moore police officer goes above and beyond to help the community.
The heroic moment caught on camera after the break.
I'm Abby Hollinsworth. Just into our newsroom, Oklahoma's Supreme Court denies State Superintendent Ryan Walters' efforts to publicly fund Oklahoma's first religious public charter school. Attorney General Getner Drummond filed the lawsuit against state virtual charter school board members last month, saying the school, St. Isidore, violated the religious liberties of Oklahomans. Kaylee, Joe, Melina.
Thanks, Abby. On to some good news. A Moore police officer provided first responder and it means first on the scene. Master Sergeant Ernest Lockett saw a grass fire near Southwest 4th and Western.
That's when he took charge. Without hesitating, Lockett fought the fire using his patrol car's fire extinguisher. Local residents joined the fight and Moore Fire Department arrived over a minute after the officer.
Now, I'm excited with these fall temperatures. I don't know about you, Kaylee Jo.
I'm super excited too. OU Nightly meteorologist Hunter Brittingham is here with one last look at that forecast.
And one last look at the forecast brings one more day of 70-degree temperatures for your day on Wednesday. A lot of sunshine carrying us throughout the remainder of the week, but those 60s will return. Some rain chances on our doorstep by Sunday and into Monday of next week with a big cool down back in the 50s.
Thanks, Hunter, and thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Melina Samir.
And I'm Kaylee Jo Hommel. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.